y'all, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch another video. So I went ahead and made some tags using these 5 mini ornaments, the wood ones that I'd hauled from Walmart. And this is the tag that I came up with. Here's the wood piece. I went ahead and used one of those chipboard tags, the hot buys that I mentioned in the other video where I created the cards. I used the same poinsettia flowers and I tried to match it up to one of the cards that I created. So this would be a set, this tag and then this card. It has the same little strip and I just used my pink and shears to cut that. I just inked around the edges. The poinsettia flower, I used some of this gold rope that I have in my stash and I got that from Hobby Lobby. That's what it looks like. It has that gold and green on there. And this is a 1-inch black ribbon that I had. That's how it looks on the back. I didn't finish this on the back, but I think I'm going to finish the one that I'm going to create now. So I will share with you how I created this and I will link the video down below to where I created the card. I'm going to use the same paper so I can match it up, and this is a North Pole Gazette and that's one of the Michael's Hot Buys. And for this one I'm going to do this black and white, so I'll use this black and white tree and then the black and white pine cone paper. So here's the 2 strips. I think I'm going to use this one. Actually, I'll use this one as the main strip and then this one as the little 1/2-inch strip in the center. So I'm sure everyone has seen people cover these tags before. This was my first time doing these and I had these in my stash for a while. Said I was going to do this, never did it. So you turn the paper face down. Here's the front of my tag. I'm going to glue this down and then cut it out, and I will be covering the front and back. The glue that I'm using is the Aleene's Tacky Glue. So what you basically do is just mat it. So I'm going to put some glue all over this tag, put it on the edge of my paper and then cut around it, and I'll do the same thing on the front and back. So I will put it down here so I can get the most use out of this strip of paper. So I'll make sure it's lined up across the front and on this side. Press on a little bit to make sure it's on there. And then I will use my little scissors here. I always use these scissors when I'm working with something that has adhesive on it. And I will just cut close to the edge, as close as I can get. Make sure that's a clean cut, which it is. I have my hole punch here, and I don't know what size this is, Fisker's hole punch, but it came out the same size as this little hole, so I'll just punch that out before I cover the other side so I won't lose my hole. Make sure that's on there really good, and then I'll just do the other side. So I will put my glue, put it on my other end of my paper, and then cut around this edge. So I went around the edge of my piece with my blender, and the ink that I'm using is the Vintage Photo. That's the Tim Holtz. I just have this little cube and my little ink, the thing that I, do my edges with. What is this called? Ink blender? I don't know. It's one of those Tim Holtz block things. I'm just gonna distress my edge distressor. I guess that's what it's called. I'll distress my edges a little bit on the front and the back. Oh no, my paper's upside down. Don't make that mistake. So I will have to cover that again. Oh no. So I will go with this another strip that I have. You know what, I'll just do the back in the strip that I'm gonna go across the front. So I'll just have to apply this again, making sure I'm directional. So if you're using directional paper, don't do that on your back. I'll just add more glue. So then I'll take my hole punch again and punch the other hole. And then I also just took some ink. I want to cross the paper a little bit too to give it that tinted look. for a distressed look, aged look. The next thing I did was just took one of the tags and I'll use another white one. I'll use the Joyful. Nope, I'll use the Let It Snow to match the card. So I just basically cut it off the rope and I placed it like this on the tag. But before I did that, I just measured out a piece of cardstock. I'll just use that strip since it's already cut. And then I just took my pinking shears and went around the edges of it. So my pinking shears. Just cut the very, very edge because I'm not the best cutter. When I use these, I just go along the edge of the shape that I cut so that it won't be crooked. So then I'll just kind of measure that and just eyeball it. Cut it a little bit shorter. And that'll go right there across the center. I'll put a little bit of glue. And I'll put that about right there. And then I'll take some hot glue and put on the back of this, and I'll line it up with the bottom of the tag. This is the hot glue gun that I use. This is the Sharingmoore that I hauled from Hobby Lobby. Of course, I used a coupon. Just put some hot glue on here, and I will line this up. I'll line this up with the bottom of the tag and center it on the hole in the top of the tag. So after you get the tag on, I have another one of the poinsettia flowers, and that's from the Christmas black and white buffalo checks from Hobby Lobby, the same ones I use on the cards. I have some of this home DIY design rope, and it has the gold and green on it. There's 100 feet on here. This is from Hobby Lobby. I just took some of this and I kind of made a messy loop up here, and I also use it at the top of the tag. So I just took it, went around 2 fingers. Oops, went around 2 fingers. Then kind of gathered it and moved it around in my fingers to kind of put it together. This is a thicker rope. It's thicker than the embroidery thread that I normally use, and then I'm just going to hot glue it to the side of the wood tag. Just put a glob of glue, then I'll just put it down there, just enough to stick out from behind the flower, and then the flower will go right here, not to cover the words, but first you're going to put your ribbon in or whatever you're going to use. So this is a 1-inch black ribbon from my stash. I did folded it to create like my fishtail. So I just strung this through the top of the tag. Make sure it was flat. I'm gonna have to cut that again because that's not straight. I don't know why it's. We'll cut that again. Okay, we're gonna go with that. And then I just put some glue in between the tag to just kind of lay it flat. So I just put just a little bit here. And if it's not straight, I have enough where I can just cut it again, which is what I'm gonna do. So 3rd time's the charm. Maybe not. Okay. And then I will tie the gold bow at the top using the same string. And just kind of fixed it. Before I cut any of those strings, I'm gonna put my flower on first just to see how it looks. So I just took the flower and glued it high enough to where it covered this string on the side, but didn't cover up any of the words on the wood tag. So just put some hot glue on the back of this and position it on the tag. Centering on the ribbon at the top, and then straighten it up this top piece. And I like it long like that, actually. I'll just clean it up. I think I'm just gonna leave it long like that. So that is how I created these tags using the wood tags that I hauled from Walmart. I did think about putting maybe some pearls or some noodle drops or something down there in the corner, but I just like the cards, I actually like it just like this. I think these are really pretty sets that you can use during the holidays. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank y'all so much for watching and have a great day.